Hey, it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel for another Victoria's Secret Angel makeup tutorial. This one is a little bit of a challenge for me. One, I don't really like having hair like in front of my face and straight, but that is how Adriana Lima had her hair styled and it looked amazing on her in these viral photos. So I thought I would attempt to get as close as possible to my inspiration, even though we look very different. Sometimes I can get pretty close with makeup and hair. This one I feel like is a little more inspired. So you'll have to let me know what you think, and if you enjoy this look. I mean, you guys have requested Adriana Lima on my channel so many times. I have attempted it and I'm always like, I didn't do so good. But I thought I would try again, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. We've got our dark wig on, I am wearing lighter contacts, and I've already prepped my skin with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Whenever I think of Charlotte Tilbury, I think of Victoria's Secret as well. So this is my favorite for overall hydration, and it's a great primer for foundation. Let's add a little more. I went through my foundations and I decided to go with the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow. Her skin looks very fresh, so you could go with a skin tint, but I think this foundation is a good pick to make everything flawless. Sharing it out with a sponge. I used to never really get darkness under my eyes, but I've been noticing it way more. So I've been loving using the Kosas Color Correcting Concealer. This one's in Illusion, and I could use the Kosas concealer over top, but I think this is a slightly better shade today. This is the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Concealer, also a top favorite. So I'm applying this to my chin to brighten it up, by my mouth, underneath the eyes. We really want this bright because we will be adding some liner in the waterline, and we really want it to pop. This one is by One Size, by the way. Adriana Lima has such a baby face in these photos. Also, her hair is like really covering her face. I'm looking at some other photos of her where I can see her face shape a little bit more, but I think I'm much older than her in these photos, so I don't need a lot of contouring. Maybe I'll just contour my chin a little bit. Huh, little beard. Okay, let's try that amount of contour. And this is the Artist Color Crayon Multi-Use Creamy Stick. Okay, I think that did a little something. Before I powder, I want to use one of my favorite cream blushes. This is the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Just Peachy by Makeup by Mario. And I do notice a little bit of peach in her cheek, especially with the flash photography. Otherwise, it looks kind of rosy. And it's placed up higher. Pretty. I love how this just brightens up the skin tone. And let's use my favorite powder, Florsis. I love this one. It never looks too powdery, but just sets everything beautifully. I just press it over. Also just blurs out some of my pores. Like this side of my face, I just have a section of like broken pores, and it makes it look so much better when I powder. My all-time favorite powder bronzer is Hula Caramel by Benefit, and like the name says, it has more of a caramelly undertone, which I really like. Just bringing that through the chest and the neck and lightly dusting over. It doesn't look too bronzy, she just is more tanned. Definitely more tan than I am, though I do have fake tanner on. I've never done an Adriana Lima nose contour, so I was just focusing for a hot second, and this is the Color Artist Pencil in Endless Cacao. I just find it really easy to use this in the pencil form. If I was gonna pick between which product to get, I would use this one. I end up using the pencil more, but this did work great for the contour. I just like a really precise nose contour. But let's see if this even turns out. I attempted to connect my brows to my nose bridge, made it a little bit taller. Let's use a little bit of highlighter. This always helps make the contour look a little bit more convincing. Plus, we want to add a little bit more of an angel glow. Went with a little bit more of a deeper blush, just across the cheeks. My brows are like a lot higher on my face, and I'm using a soft black from L'Oreal. This is their Brow Stylist Definer. It's one of my most bought brow pencils, focusing mainly on this under section. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Her brows are on the thinner side. They still look natural though, and more straight, so I have more of an arch. I'm just gonna brush that down. Finally, let's move on to the Adriana Lima eye look. For the eyeshadows, I thought I would go drugstore. This is the Maybelline The Nudes palette. Again, this one stood out to me when I was doing my declutter, and these are great shades. Starting by mixing these two bronze shades, I'm creating a really light wash through the crease, extending in an outer V. Then a little bit of matte highlight through the brow bone. There's a pretty gold in this palette. I'm adding that to the inner corner. Adding a light gray taupe over the lid. And now let's make it more silvery. MAC Dazzle shadows are the best. Pick up so much shine. I want the eyeshadow look to pick up light and be multi-dimensional, but not too dark. I'm using the new Danessa Myricks color sticks. This one, what shade is it? Mystic Taupe. Looks like this. These glide on so easy. They have kind of a wet feeling to them, so I'm just dotting it and then blending out. But again, it gives a little bit more depth, a little bit of sheen without being too dark of a smoky eye. It's also really easy to do. And I noticed in one photo there was a little bit of shimmer right here, using the MAC Dazzle stick again. She doesn't have a lot of lid space, so you can't see this detail as much, but I thought it'd be fun to try. So we have some gold in the inner corner, little pops of silver, and a taupe base. Arguably the most important part of this look is the black liner, so make sure you have a liner that's super black. This one is the Color Artist Pencil by Makeup Forever. Freaking love these in whatever black. And we're gonna rim our tight line and waterline. For the liner to get a similar cat eye shape, rim the waterline and then extend into a wing, bulking up the liner just on this outer portion of the eye. Create a point in the inner corner and extend the wing to the upper portion of the eye. Rim the tight line carefully, and let's easily smoke out that liner with the Danessa Myricks metallic stick again. Makes it so easy to blend out and make a seamless line. Let's curl our lashes. And Adriana's liner didn't go as far as I placed mine, but my eyes are so much rounder that I'm kind of also widening them to try to get that almond shape. So if you naturally have almond eyes, you can just line normally. And this is my favorite mascara, the Voluminous Original. While I let my mascara dry, I'm gonna do something crazy. I did this in the last Victoria's Secret inspired look where I tried to put my lips with a device. I didn't do it well enough the first time, so let's try it again. I feel like I need a little bit more volume to make it more Adriana Lima, but of course, whatever lips you have, they will look great with just a little bit of a pink gloss, which is what we're gonna do. But let's see if this works. So this is before, I gotta try this again. These are my lips. It vibrates. Do you notice a difference at all? I feel a little bit different. It does come with a lip balm you're supposed to use first, but I find it works the same without, so. Okay, let's curl the lashes yet again. Be careful if you do this step. To compensate for my round eye shape, to try to get more of her vibe, I am gonna use an outer corner lash. Adding in a slightly shorter lash beside to help blend it in. That also hides my lid a little bit more like hers. But of course, we really don't look all that similar, so this is just, oh, the inspo. Well, that helped a lot, I think. Maybe with the lips, I'll give an Adriana Lima vibe. For lips, I started with Endless Cacao yet again, creating a little bit more volume in the upper lip, fading out, bottom lip, especially on the outer corners. I really don't think she's using any contour or lip liner. In the 2000s, like, often people weren't trying to make their lips appear more pouty. She just has very pouty lips. It honestly looks like just a little bit of a wash of color. So for the pink, I chose the lipstick Roman Holiday. That's cute, but it's a bright pink, very Barbie. I dabbed this so it was barely there. Flush of some healthy color. And then of course a Victoria's Secret gloss. This one is the Sugar High flavored lip gloss. Smells really good in the shade Brilliant. Just added this for a little bit of moisture. Plus, I'm addicted to these glosses. I think they're so pretty. Let's do a little spray. This is the Airbrush Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, it's cooling me down. My AC isn't working, or like not working well. It is so hot in here. It's 25 degrees in here. Oh, I do have a little VS gloss collection in my filming room. Again, if you want to see how all of my makeup is stored, that is in my previous tutorial. Took off the Victoria's Secret robe, low-key because I was sweating, but I just have this cute little cami on. I'm not wearing her cross necklace, but I'm just wearing a little brown beaded one for similar vibes. And that's my take on Adriana Lima's model off-duty look. I guess she was technically modeling, but it was a little more casual than the typical VS fashion show. This gives more inspired than like a transformation, though I did try with the contouring and the contacts and the wig, but we just look really different, I think, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I think the eye shape, and the brows, I'm not really seeing it, but I do love this look. It's very 2000s, so if you were looking to try a 2003 inspired makeup look, I hope you'll try this one out and tag me. Let's take a look at her entire outfit on this day. It was so iconic. We have the crop top, little belly button ring, low-rise flare jeans. We can't get more 2000s than that. I always love the Victoria's Secret Angel aesthetic, and I recently went to a Victoria's Secret to check out the Pink and Love Shack Fancy collab. I was so excited about that. I really don't buy a lot of Love Shack Fancy, but I love when they do a collab. Mini Victoria's Secret haul before my other items arrive. Ooh. Ta-da! There's the tag. Super sparkly dog with a bow. This is the Love Shack Fancy zip that I got. It's probably the most fitted thing in the collection. Picture the sweater with the little bralette and the loose sweatpants. My go-to lounge look. I'll have a link down below to this collection. I wish I could try on everything in this video, but my order is still on its way. I got the sports bra, the dog, gray sweatpants, and also this little sweater. You'll have to let me know if you got anything in this new collection. Or if you have any other 2000s requests. With Hannah Montana in the news, I've been on the hunt for Hannah outfits, and her makeup is kind of similar to this look, so I'm excited to bring that one to you soon, and I'll see you in my next one. If you loved this angel transformation, check out my previous 2008 inspired runway show look. That look is so sparkly and dominates Pinterest.